crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check out. 290. 12.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Back to throw, Luck. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 15 yards on the play, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second and 12, Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. 52.
Now it's Luck. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Right here.
Throwing is Luck. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A gain of 13. It's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily active.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Let's go, fellas.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Middle. Slam. 80. Bravo.
Here's Rosen. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
You're not ready. No. 80. Hug.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Running, it's Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now on first down, Drake again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, Alpha. Alert.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Justin Houston in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Rosen. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On first and goal, Drake. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll run with Drake. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Hey, Mike 7. Mike 50. You must be dreaming. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. All day, baby, all day.
And now it's Rosen looking. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Check 52. Middle. Watch the slant. Hug, Monday. Let's go.
Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to weigh to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Shift. I got it.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Like that. 180. Get this one. Hard. 22 by 22. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Like 22, he's coming. 24. No chance. 5. 22 by 22. You remember.
4th down. Here's Rosen. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. A shotgun snap for Luck. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Check out. 163. Crunch down, defense.
On 1st down, it's Long. Ebron caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Love. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Watch the pass. Slam, slam, slam. 11 feet.
Throwing again is Love. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
He's going to loft one, deep left side here, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they... Can pick it up.
Albert Wilson, incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Army, alert. Switch it, come on, switch it. Banjo. Mike 22. Run that. Smooth. Put that team on the puck.
Now it's Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now Drake. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On third and short, Drake. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing.
They've got his man complete. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. This is Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, Hines. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
I'm scared.
They'll try the air now with Locke. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He may try and run for this. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Quick dash. Come.
They'll try and run with Ware. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Vinatieri's kick is good. Back now in Indianapolis, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
80.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Move. Even. 4th down. Even. Check your hot read. Hey, echo.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his 5th-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach in Miami, wants around and in that locker room. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, orbit.
To throw is Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
I'll play plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle. Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Go! 53 at the mark.
Here's Rosen to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though. Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher. Exactly. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Hines. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy? Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet. Oh, you're going big. I like that. Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum. You can't give the guy a skirt. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's 2nd down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Hey, Charlie. Here we go. Watch 18. 18's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Mike 18. Mike 18. Check the outs. Check the outs.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Rosen, and they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes? Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake. And it's taken in at the 9.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but Very little reason to use him at this point. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They run again with Hines. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? Luck now to throw. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's
Make
get
it up into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Then he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Check out. 675.
So this one winds up in Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Colts, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.